Chat, I have no idea what this video is going to be about, but it's a pyro video about Critical and Asmon. So let's just watch it and pick up on whatever the fuck this is, because they never put actual titles. They just say the situation is crazy, the situation is bizarre, and it's like, okay, that doesn't tell me anything about what's going on here.
The recipients of some artificially boosted numbers, as evident by a huge drop in viewer numbers.
Oh, Charlie, you're such a p***y. Just say the names.
Asmongold seems
What
to
the
be
Why would he say me? You gonna call me out like that on the video?
I think pretty much on any
Oh,
streaming
okay,
platform,
so they're beefing about numbers. All right.
viewbotting has been a huge issue. You will see people that blow up overnight, and people wonder,
Like Jinxie, like Queso. Like, I have never heard of them until they were already famous. And it's just like, wait, what? I've already brought this point up before. Like Sketch. A lot of people that just came out of nowhere, and I'm like, I've never heard of this man in my life. I've never even seen one single clip. And they're like the most highest viewed streamers out of nowhere. I don't think necessarily that they're cheating, but where did they come from?
how did you get that clout? No, you didn't get it legit. You didn't clip farm like Queso or Jinxie. No. You're viewbotting. But again, with platforms like Twitch, viewbotting is, pretty much confirmed to the point that there is actually an entire Wikipedia page dedicated to what it is. And again, this is something that streamers have used as that kind of weapon, as a kind of gotcha moment, If you don't like a streamer that's...
I'm still interested, like, once Twitch finally ends the viewbotting thing, how many streamers have completely different numbers? I am very interested. I like to pocket watch viewership. It's kind of fucked up that I do that, but I want to see what the difference is like afterwards.
Blowing up for whatever reason, you accuse them of viewbotting because it's the thing that you can't really prove that they are viewbotting or they're not. It's basically the perfect thing to accuse someone of because there's no way that they can actually disprove it properly. You might recall back in March, there was one streamer that actually shown their literal viewbotting app, and her reaction was basically to just completely laugh it off and carry on with whatever she was doing as well.
Wait, what? She showed herself doing it? That's on another level, bruh.
I feel that that's a really common trend with streamers whenever they get caught doing something like, I gotta call this girl, Clara.
Stop shooting me! Clara, give me 1 second. Let me just message this girl. Why the is this on my computer right now? I'm gonna kill this girl. She promised me she didn't use it on my PC.
Or other examples, accidentally showing off things on stream that you
What was that? Mrs. Elastigirl?
For examples, accidentally showing off
No, it wasn't. What the fuck is that?
things on stream that you shouldn't be showing on stream. Yeah, have you noticed how that hasn't happened now for like the past half a year? Have you noticed? That's the power of buying multiple monitors, so I don't tab out on accident. Think smarter. Now, the problem is with Twitch, even though it is the big dog...
Nah, literally, I've never had one monitor as a streamer. Never. I knew that I 100% need a new second monitor. The first thing after buying my PC, I bought my PC, I got the microphone, and I was like, okay, I need a camera, I need a second monitor, and I need a Go XLR. Well, I need a microphone interface or something. I have a Go XLR, but I didn't have it at the beginning. I was like, those are the things I need. And yes, a second monitor is 100% necessary. I can buy a Stream Deck or whatever if I feel like it. I could buy mouse pad, big mouse pad, so I could be good at video games, because I'm totally good at video games.
Smaller dogs, the gambling dogs, like for example Kick, which 90% of its income is basically off gambling winnings. They've basically started usurping the market. And they've actually been making some huge strides, even overtaking them in the Spanish-speaking side of the internet. And a lot of the big names in the streaming world are actually going to Kick instead of Twitch, mostly because contracts with Twitch and YouTube, they don't really exist anymore. I think the last YouTube contract that was ever handed out was Ludwig, and they basically admitted that was a massive failure. But Kick,
No,
they got that money.
it wasn't. That was not the last YouTube contract. Well, maybe wait. Sykkuno went to YouTube. Didn't Leslie or was it Lily Pichu went to YouTube to stream there exclusively? I don't remember.
Gambling money, so they just dish
I know
it
he
out,
wasn't
and
the
so many
last one,
streamers
though.
are actually jumping over to their platform because again, you get this huge fat.
But I know like the other people that didn't even have like YouTube audiences, because that's not like their thing. They stream video games, and it's like, you don't have a YouTube audience. Why are you streaming exclusively and getting paid by a contract to stream exclusively on YouTube when you're bringing nothing to the platform? And most of the people that watched you on Twitch didn't actually go to YouTube to watch you.
Contract for signing up with them. Now, I'm not going to act like Kick is this perfect platform. Believe me, it's not. And as you can tell, the multiple videos that I've made talking about Kick, they definitely have their own problems. They tend to hire a lot more kind of controversial talking about Kick.
Damn. I know exactly what video he was reacting to on this.
They definitely
It was the something about chickens guy.
have their own problems. They tend to hire a lot
About
more kind of
Riot Lol.
controversial streamers to kind of, you
What
know,
the fuck
they're
ever
building up
happened
that
to
kind of
Riot
edgy
Lol,
side of the
by
internet.
the way?
They're trying to normalize it now, but that's what it was
Bro
built
disappeared off the
originally.
face of the
Streamers
planet.
like Neon, for example, he would not survive a single day on Twitch. But on Kick, for example, he will get banned multiple times and still have his account brought back. Now, Twitch, in turn, to try and garner some of that good rep back, they've actually cracked down on bots. And between the 21st and 24th of August, they actually, as soon as they rolled out the changes, saw a 23% decrease of viewers on the platform. Now, I don't need to tell you the cope about Twitch that it is impossible to grow on there. Like, I'm sorry, I hate to admit it. If you're streaming on Twitch alone and you're not doing anything else, you will not grow. It is impossible. People like Kate.
That's what I tell a lot of streamers. And they just flat out just don't listen to me. I'm like, dude, you need to understand, if you're only focused on Twitch and nobody knows you exist, what are you doing? If nobody knows you exist, nobody's gonna it's less likely. It's like 99% unlikely that people are gonna find you. You're shooting yourself in the foot by not posting anything.
So people like Jinxie, they stream on Twitch.
It's at that point, it's a waste of time.
They got big is because they clip farmed, and people clip that, went to those streams. But again, if you don't have that personality, you're just not going to grow on that platform.
That's the thing, is like, I'm literally, I wish it wasn't this way. I wish I was more popular on Twitch than YouTube, because, you know, sitting here and talking to myself is kind of annoying sometimes. And by the way, if you want to actually interact with me, you can come to my Twitch channel. It's the same as my YouTube name. Actually, all my social medias, every single account everywhere is all the same username. Anyways, I wish it wasn't that way, because, like, I want to talk to the people that watch my content. And talking to them in comments is kind of boring compared to if they were talking to me live. That would be a lot easier. But I am way more popular on YouTube. Granted, I'm not that popular on YouTube, but I am way more popular on YouTube than Twitch. I'm more popular on my YouTube channel than I am on TikTok, which is actually kind of a feat in itself.
I was like soft banned on Twitch. I've talked about it before. I can still stream on there. I got less viewers on there in my peak than like my first stream on YouTube. I mean, obviously now I dual stream. I stream on YouTube and I stream on Twitch because I didn't get a contract or anything like that. So I thought, why not? I'll stream on both, because some people will just never go on YouTube. They'll just always have loyalty to Twitch. If you're wondering what the patch on my arm is, by the way, it's a dopamine patch. My mom bought it for me. I don't know if it does anything. Son, you have ADHD. You don't secrete enough dopamine. Take this little patch, and then you'll never need medication. Now, after Twitch rolled out this change, it was absolutely cataclysmic. Devin Nash put out almost a month ago that because of this change, 80% of Twitch's top 500 streamers were allegedly using viewbots. It really does look like his prediction has came true, because looking at the stats now, they're down so much. And immediately out of the gate came XQC, who has been...
I just want to know, because I saw this earlier. Let's just open another Twitch tab. New tab. Twitch. Let's go to Twitch right now. 115k.
Stop laughing, you.
Granted, Kai just came back, but he's at 115k right now. At 2 o'clock on... What day is it? Thursday. How many kids are off school already? Is everybody off school at this point? I don't know. Oh, it's the Mafia-thon? But like... Bro. He has the same viewers that he had last year for the Mafia-thon. So did he find another way to viewbot? Or what's going on here? Because I don't think Twitch has that much pull to where they can just have one guy be the face of the website at that point. I don't know. Maybe I'm hating. I'm not even trying to hate. I'm just saying. It doesn't make sense.
Incredibly vocal about this for a while now. You might remember the beef between XQC and Kai Cenat, and this was due to XQC claiming that not Kai Cenat, but his friends at AMP were basically viewbotting, namely Reggie and Rakai. He dropped this Twitter thread that got like over 5 million views, calling out organizations for viewbotting their members, much more than any unaffiliated streamers were. And he's saying that this is like huge fraud, because the orgs actually do take a cut of the streamers that they partner with. And again, like if you're a streamer who apparently has their views botted, you will appear a lot more lucrative and attractive to sponsors and brands that want to work with you. And obviously this can be really bad because you could allegedly fake how many people are seeing this.
Nah, this is the crazy part is I know a streamer that was 100,000 billion% viewbotting. I was playing Marvel Snap on stream, so I wanted to go and support some other Snap creators. Because I got a like 50 viewer raid one time. It was insane. Best raid I've ever gotten. Mayday going down, shout out to you. Besides the point, there was this guy that had 500 viewers and was at the top of the category. The second person in the category had like 20 viewers. This guy has, for some reason, 500 viewers and has a few hundred followers. And I'm just like, okay, man. We can all see what you're doing. I was in his chat. I was the only one talking. For a solid 30 minutes. 1 billion% view botting. Is that not insane? He was at the top of the category and was being seen by anyone who searches that game. That's just not fair. You know, like, you're view botting overboard at that point. Because the second person in the category has 20 viewers. You don't need to go that much overkill. It doesn't make you cooler. And if you're not seeing success and pulling in actual people to watch, what is the point at that point? You know? It just... And I've never viewbotted, that's the thing. Any viewership that I've ever had is because of me or a raid. Or my YouTube videos. I've gotten so many followers from YouTube. It's kind of crazy. But the thing about that is most of the people that follow me from YouTube don't actually watch the stream anymore, or only watched the stream the one day that they followed and never came back, or unfollowed later.
If it's
like, I keep losing followers, like 1 or 2 every like 2 to 3 days, and I'm just like, why am I losing followers, bruh? Who is unfollowing me?
on a stream. And then this also lowers the discoverability of smaller streamers and slashes their potential income. I mean, again, I've talked about this cope before. Like, it is basically impossible to get noticed on Twitch and Twitch alone. Now, XQC did pull up Exhibit A specific example to illustrate his point. He provided an image of someone's stream stats who were getting, you know, highs of 35,000 views and lows of 18,000 per stream. That's insane. I mean, me streaming, I think the peak viewership I've ever had is like when I was playing Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and we peaked at about 8,000 or 9,000 viewers.
Do it, come on. Do it.
You know what I think is insane? This guy has been making videos about the internet since Jake Paul and Logan Paul were beefing. And we're like mad at PewDiePie in 2016. Is that not crazy? It's been that long. Granted, I've been making videos since then too, but
that's unfortunately
on a different channel.
That's nothing in, like, you know, the top 100 streaming world or top 1,000 streaming world. These people are getting well over 10,000 concurrent viewers every single stream. And then if they have like a low day, maybe they'll dip down to 8K. But X claimed that once this Twitch crackdown actually happened, they couldn't even break 10,000 viewers on their 2 follow-up streams. Now, I want to make something very clear and apparent. I have never view-botted in my life, especially on Twitch. If you see me on Twitch, you will see 2 people, usually in chat, just saying I'm a dead streamer. And they have no idea that I stream on YouTube, and I've got like 100 viewers, and they're telling me I've completely fell off. I have fell off, but not in the way that you think. Now, XQC, when he made these claims, he was pretty smart, which, you know, most streamers do, and he didn't name the actual streamer. But again, the internet detectives, they pulled out their monocle, they pulled out their fedora, they pulled out their cigar, their Herman Miller chair to lie back in, and they found out that it was the streamer YourRage, who's actually a member of FaZe Clan. Now, understandably, YourRage found out that people were drawing comparisons to him because he was talking about him, and he wasn't very happy about this, so decided to call out XQC. So he claims that the first stream with the lower viewership, it was because of technical issues. The stream was lagging, crashing, and he says it was a bad stream. However, he did end up leaving it up.
That stream was crashing, going crazy. Bad stream. But I leave it up. I don't delete it. I leave it up.
And for the second stream, he didn't say that there were technical issues, but instead the fact that he missed his flight. So the first 2 hours of the stream, he wasn't even there. So it was stuck on a broadcasting screen.
Next stream, sponsored stream. You get me? My flight got delayed. So I wasn't on my stream for the first 2 hours. It was straight broadcast for like an hour and a half. I wasn't there.
And he also says he only actually found out about the people that were accusing him of viewbotting is because XQC called him out on Twitter. Even though at the time, YourRage thought that him and XQC were cool.
Chat, open Twitter. And the first thing I see is a noti. It's XQC posting a screenshot of my viewers. In my brain, I'm cool with XQC.
Now, he does push back on the idea of him using viewbots, saying that since 2017, he's been streaming consistently. It's just that these 2 anomalies that he had lower viewership, they're explainable in their own right, and also they unfortunately happened during the crackdown on Twitch. So it's pretty obvious that people that don't watch YourRage, they see lower views and it's like, oh, he's viewbotting, lol. But I think he explained both of these pretty fairly. And again, to back up this claim, if you actually go on the same website that XQC was using and you see YourRage's stats, you'll see that he's done another stream on the 24th and he's actually back up to regular numbers, hitting 26,000 views. So I think in this instance, it is fair to say that XQC probably jumped the gun a little bit. Now, there have been a number of streamers that have all came out to talk about how they just don't...
Yeah, I think we might be pocket watching a little too early, not gonna lie. Because, like, yeah, stuff like that does happen, and it's poor timing on the fact that Twitch is doing all this shit right now. That's the worst time that could be happening, but, you know.
really care at all about the view botting scandal. Like, for example, DDG, not to be confused with DNG, the 2017 mixtape. I know the sad boy subreddit gonna be renting after that one.
Yeah, I do not care enough to bot no goddamn views. I do not care that much.
We do not care.
I love streaming.
Now, DDG
I don't even know who this guy is.
said that he didn't mind if he's being accused of view botting because he doesn't really care about the numbers and he likes streaming. I've actually seen this be a pretty common thought with a lot of streamers. I actually remember, I'm not sure why I have this memory, but I remember Filza, who was huge during like 2020 lockdown. He was part of that Minecraft group, like, you know, Tommy in it and Jack Manifold when Jack obviously did Minecraft content. But I do remember
I feel like
saying,
me, for like live stream viewers, I don't really care how many people there are. Just at least be like, at least have a few people here. That'd be nice. Have somebody to talk to. And like, I'll have my regulars that are here, and that I appreciate them so much, bro. Like, the people that are here genuinely and talk to me every day, W people. Like, thank God for them, because I would just be here sitting by myself, talking to myself the entire time. And granted, I'm recording YouTube videos and posting them and everything, but it's always nice to have some level of interaction at the very least. Because you know how many years I didn't have anybody in my chat? And I would sit here and talk to myself. I've had to do it for so long. So it's so nice to finally have someone to talk to. Bro, I'm going to get emotional about this.
that, like,
Holy
after
shit.
the peak and all the views go down, like, what do? How do you cope? And I remember him saying, or maybe Tommy said, that you just don't look at the numbers. You just kind of stream. And it's a great way to do it, because I feel like a lot of streamers, I mean, I've been guilty of this as well. Like, I've streamed, and then I look at the views, and then I see that they're like going down after I put on another game or I put on another video, and I just think, okay, I've done something wrong here. I've done something wrong. It's really bizarre. I mean, honestly, I haven't streamed consistently here because I'm still trying to find a good time to stream. At the minute, my sleep is cooked. I'm recording this video at 4 in the morning. Because I just haven't been able to sleep the past couple of nights. I think I've got some kind of like short-term insomnia or something. But I've noticed that when I stream here earlier in the day, the views are terrible because, you know, Euros are asleep, Americans are about to sleep. But then if I keep streaming throughout the day, the views actually pick up because the Euro pause and the Amerifats are actually waking up. So I don't know. I need to find a good time to stream myself. I think if I just stream in general, it doesn't really matter. Most people can catch it on like the VODs channel or the TV channel anyway. Now, to talk more about the view botting situation.
Yeah, at that point, if you have such a large American audience and like you have a medium to large size UK audience, at that point, just stream whenever, bro. Like, I feel like he doesn't even need to have this guy doesn't have an actual job, like a traditional job, so just live your life however you want it. You could go to sleep whenever you feel like it, stream whenever you feel like it at that point, because there's not really an optimal time for you to stream at that point. If you have audiences in different countries.
You've got other people like Tectone, who apparently...
Because, like, I have a few... What the fuck was that? I have a few people that live in different countries across the world that can't watch me stream because I don't stream in the middle of the night when they're awake. So it's like, at that point, I can't really do anything. I have a job. I can't do that.
Likes to watch my videos on stream. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. I like how me making that comment, I've just enacted war on like one community or another community. Like, what do you think about this streamer? Jarvis, pull up the Futurama neutral video.
What are your thoughts on this momentous
I have
occasion?
no strong feelings one way or the other.
Your neutralness?
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Now, Tectone is claiming that despite Twitch's best efforts, bots are still on the platform, and Twitch hasn't really done enough to kind of rectify that. Now, the biggest tools that people have been used to viewbot have actually come out in their Discord, and they've actually admitted that Twitch is new.
Side note, have you guys seen the YouTube video before YouTube deleted fucking dislikes and made it not a factor anymore? There used to be this video called Neutral Response. It was that Futurama clip. And the like to dislike ratio was always exactly the same. It was such a cool thing on the internet that will probably never exist ever again. But it was him saying, I have no strong feelings one way or the other. And it was equal like to dislike ratio. It was great. It was the best thing ever.
Regulations have
And
been
YouTube ruined
severely
it.
impacting their ability to function and bot streamers. There was also a battle between the two long-haired bearded men of the internet, that being Moist Critical and Asmongold. So obviously Critical put out a video giving his brief overview with what's been going on with Twitch bots, and of course it being a critical video, it's done numbers. It's basically became the normalized opinion because anything Charlie says has incredible weight to it, incredible
Anything
girth.
Charlie says is law. It just is. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
You could say, because he's basically one of the most respected people on the entire platform, to the point that, like, I've seen hate posts of people basically saying Critical when he gives the fence-sitting milk toast take 3 billion and 5, and the top comment is always someone saying, are we really that bored that we're hating on Critical now? Are we really that bored? Now, about halfway through the video where Critical gets to the
No, nobody hates on Charlie, bro. If you do, you're a fucking loser.
point that XQC made, Asmongold seems to be a little bit annoyed that Critical won't actually name any names. He basically calls Critical a pussy for not name dropping anything and saying that the only reason that people like Critical over him is because he's the one who has to play the asshole.
In a lot of cases, the recipients of some artificially boosted numbers, as evident by a huge drop in viewer numbers.
Oh, Charlie, you're such a pussy. Just
No,
say
no, I feel like... Yeah. Asmongold hating on Charlie, that's weird. I don't like it. I feel like they'd be the same fucking person if Asmongold wasn't disgusting. In terms of, like, living conditions.
the names. Just say who it is. Just say it. Just say the number went down. That doesn't mean that they did it. Just say the number. Like, why is he... Just do it. Is this the reason why people like him and hate me? It's because I'm the one that's the asshole?
You know, he's
Probably.
always talking about it like it's this Batman and Joker
I like
dynamic.
Asmon, though.
Like the Joker doesn't actually
For
want
the
to be
most
the
part.
Joker. You know the ending of Batman the Killing Joke where they basically both just laugh and reconcile their differences, but the Joker knows that he's too far gone to become a good person? That's how Asmongold feels, apparently.
You don't need to be alone. We don't have to kill each other. It's far too late for that.
But the ironic thing is, you know, Asmongold calling out Critical for not naming names. As soon as he unpauses the video, he immediately name drops OTK.
Namely, OTK seems
What
to
the
be
fuck? Why would he say me?
And also, he names Asmongold directly.
What a fucking asshole, bro. Like, you gonna call me out like that on the video?
Another channel people have been paying very close attention to is Asmongold's. He's one of the biggest...
I love how he was accurate in not categorizing me with OTK. Good one.
As people that have been hit the hardest by the bot
True, I
crackdown.
didn't even think
And,
about
you know,
that.
He goes from like being annoyed that he's not naming names to being annoyed to being called out. But then he's also came out to publicly say that he agrees that with 95% certainty that his account is being view-botted.
His account was probably botted. He believes with 95% certainty...
Oh, so he's using the source of me being botted as me? Oh, well. Yeah, I did say that. It's demoralizing to see that a lot of your popularity
I
is
did say that.
artificial, or at least it seemed to be.
He's right.
It
He's right
sucks.
on that.
It does.
I did say that. No. Why did I say that?
Sucks. But you know what else sucks? A lot of things. And you know what you do? You suck it up.
So for the question that's really on everyone's minds here, are streamers actually view-botting? Now, I definitely think there is some view-botting at play, but the biggest thing to determine here is if the streamers themselves are actually aware of it and they're going ahead with it, like using programs themselves or paying people themselves to bot these streams. Because obviously having someone like artificially make the numbers go up, that's pretty bad, right? That's almost a little bit villainous because a streamer might not want that, and if they get found out, they could be banned for something that they didn't even really consent to. Because again, this is something that is literally in Twitch's rules. If you are view-botting, you will be banned. Now, after XQC's claim, people looked into it a little.
You won't be banned, though. That's the thing. That's why it's fucked up. Because people like me who take the rules seriously and don't break the rules, I don't get punished, but I don't get any benefit from not breaking the rules. Other people who don't give a fuck about the rules and break the rules and don't get punished, they get all the benefit. So, like, why do we have rules if they don't do anything when they're being broken? You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
A bit deeper, and it could run a lot deeper as well. Like, for example, Twitch do take a direct chunk of earnings from streamers, and also Twitch has a pretty skewed ratio, not really a great ratio for affiliates, that being 50-50.
Yeah, he's right. They do have an incentive to continue letting you break the rules, because think about it this way. If a streamer who's monetized and already makes them a lot of money gets even more popular by cheating, like, they get viewers from viewbots and they get pushed to the top of a category. Then they get more people that are actually real people that are watching them. Then Twitch makes more money via advertising dollars, because they can push more ads to more people buy more products makes more money makes more companies make more ads, and then it's just a vicious cycle that continues on and on and on forever.
So this has led people to basically accuse Twitch directly of, like, knowing the situation, but not actually doing anything about it. But again, like I've just talked about previously, this can be used in a malicious way, not just to boost someone's channel, but if you don't like a streamer, you can viewbot them. And you can then probably report that to Twitch that you think that they're viewbotting. Twitch will see it, probably confirm it, and you could get that streamer banned. But Twitch has officially came out and said, like, if your account is viewbotted, but you're not actually the one doing the viewbotting, you won't get a ban to kind of stop these targeted attacks. But again, it does also seem like this is a massive headache to not prove that it's you that's viewbotting. But overall, I would say it is definitely a net positive to clear up all the bots off of Twitch, or the ones that they're aware of. I mean, I know for a fact that there is no way that Twitch has scraped and scalped every single bot off the platform. It is just completely impossible. But again, I'm very happy that I was soft banned off of Twitch and I moved over to YouTube, because no one bots on YouTube, right? Right? I don't know. Do you?
You know what's funny about YouTube, though? You can literally pay for engagement. It's an engagement optimized matchmaking system, bro. Except you're paying for the engagement optimized matchmaking system. EOMMS, it's on every platform except for Twitch. And now it's on Twitch because you can pay for view butters. You just aren't paying Twitch for it. And in turn, Twitch is getting paid because there's more ads. Maybe that's why we have so many ads and so often, is because they can't make money because they're not advertising the companies to real people anymore. That's probably why they're doing something about the bots and everything. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Go subscribe to Pyro as well, as always. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed giving my thoughts and everything on it. I think it's an important issue that people need to take seriously. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. I will see y'all later.